Hello everybody, we're going to be making rainbow pancakes. Yes, you heard me, rainbow pancakes. So, you can always, even though this is a video, you can always pause it if you want to make it. And if you don't have food colorings, you can always buy them at the store. So you have to have 4 bowls, or the amount you have to have a few different bowls. I always choose 4 because that's enough for me to eat of the pancakes. But first you gotta crack 1 egg. One. Okay, fine. My sister's gonna crack the egg. And make sure there's no eggshell in the batter. You can, wipe if you get any.
this.
If you have anything, if you spill anything outside, you can wipe it with a towel. Or your hands with a towel. You've got to pick, the problem is coronavirus, you've got to pick out the eggshells. You gotta pick out the eggshells everywhere. And if you have eggshells, correct. Who likes crunchy rainbow pancakes? No one, that's who. Well, if you do, you can always put the whole thing in there. Seriously, who does?
Can I make stew, baby?
No, some eggshell. Yeah, it's hard to get the eggshells out. So, you just mix in the yolk again. Just mix it in. Mix it all in nicely. Kiara, you can just mix in it. I know it makes a weird. The next is the butter.
How to put it?
You should really just put in some of. You need some butter inside your pancake. So, and the next step is flour. 1 cup of flour. Or I don't know how many cups. 1 cup of flour.
Enough.
Once you put the flour in, it'll get a little harder to mix because that's a dry ingredient. So just mix in the flour. Now my sister is going to mix the batter.
It smells so yummy.
Here's the tip. If any batter gets stuck into the whisk, you just tap it and it'll go through those holes you have. Oh, and also you need a whisk. Or you could also use a spoon, I guess. You could use a spoon, but a whisk is a little better for making pancakes. So, you can see my sister is using a whisk, but I'm using a spoon which collects more batter. Hello. We mixed in all the batter with a grown-up's help. So whoever's watching this and they're little, like if they're a kid, you should really ask a grown-up for your help, putting them in 2 bowls, the separate bowls. And if you have a toothpick, well, if you have one of those squeezing food colorings, you can just squeeze it a few drops into it. But if you have like these things like I have, you have to use a toothpick. But the trick is about a toothpick, this toothpick, or any toothpick is that you can use both sides. And if you have 4 colors like me and an even number, you can just use both sides and do half of the even number. Like I got 2. And my sister is going to do those. My sister is going to do 2 of them. Rose pink and rose pink and lemon yellow. She will begin now. I will help her open them. And you should always have a grown-up nearby with this step to make sure you don't put too much food coloring, because too much food coloring could be bad in taste and it could make you sick. So if you need to use actually a grown-up's help, like my mom, to actually like drop in some of the coloring, you can also do that. And it looks like red, but it's really rose pink. So yeah, you should always trust the labels, and if you see it coming out as red, don't choose the color red, because I choose, for my opinion, pink is way better at mixing in my food colorings than the red batter. I noticed that. But every red is different, so. Now it's my turn. I have teal and violet. I will put in teal first. I chose teal and violet because they are one of my favorite color combinations along with pink. But wait, I can't have 3 and Rhea has only 1, so I guess it works. Okay. I don't want to put the batter back into the coloring.
Okay.
Now my dad's helping me. That's why I should have done it. Now it's messy, which is fine. But now I have to choose another toothpick. But either way, it's fine. Hello everybody. We finished mixing our colors, and this is my purple and my teal, and
This is my pink. This is my yellow.
And the next step is to actually cook it. So have a plate ready, and you have to cook it one at a time, because the colors could blend together and make the rainbow pancake not so rainbowy, more like brownie, which I don't like. But when you cook it, it also has some brown. But in the middle, it's really cool when you cut it. So I am going to take my purple to the stove, because we're going to do it upside down. Hello, you should get the gas on medium level to do it, and I can't believe I'm going near a stove. So my order is going to be pink, yellow, teal, purple, but since I want to get the purple at the bottom, I am going to cook it purple, teal, yellow, pink.
I want to purple, teal, purple, teal, and yellow and pink.
That's what the order is, so silly. And so I think you have to pour it onto the it. Remember, the rainbow pancakes, you don't have to do them in rainbow order, but you should. Okay. You should pour it onto a stove. Kids, you should always have a grown-up helping you with this step. Always. And you can notice that it's very noticeable. As it gets cooked, it widens like slime when it dries up. Which is why you should get it as middle as you can so it doesn't get too. Once that is ready, we will do the other things. Bye.
Now.
So I also added a little bit of butter, and you know it's cooked when one side has bubbles on top. So I'm going to take this off the pan.
Okay.
Put it onto the plate, and then we can cook the next one. Oh, and I also wore, one thing I didn't mention, I wore rainbow shorts. So, the next step is to pour again the teal. Hello. I have a few tips to tell you about cooking. Kids, your grown-ups or your parents might ask you, how do you want to do it on the stove? You should always say yes to that, even if you're a little scared. The most important things are to have fun, practice doing it, and to not get scared about it, because your mom and dad aren't gonna like abandon you on it. They're gonna help you do it. So you pour by, well, obviously you just pour it like this. But you should always have a spoon near you when you're pouring, because you need to scrape all the batter into the pan so you don't waste any, and so you have good pancakes, or should I say one rainbow pancake. But the pancake is really thick, I guess, so pancakes. So I'm doing the pink one, and you should always scrape it off the edges of where you did it. And another tip is when it starts bubbling a tiny bit, you should scrape some butter, so it'll help it cook. So we finished our rainbow pancakes. You can't see all of them, but see how I put the colors. On this side you can actually almost see the pink better because it's not covered. Yes, and on the teal it kind of broke, so that's why it's a little off and bigger than the other things. But it is ready. So here's what we do. If you have a relative, you can always split it in half because there are really lots of it. So take a fork, there and there. Ready? So you have to cut down and then cut here to get the triangle in the middle, if you have a smaller relative, they can have the time. No grabbing!
I can read it down.
You have to take off that triangular piece
I want to
get to see the inside of the pancakes.
that one first, but my only dad.
See? They look amazing in the inside. Trust me. And then you put the whipped cream. See, since you put the triangle in the middle, it is better because now it looks like a rainbow shape, and you can put the clouds. It's basically an edible rainbow. One cloud there. Okay, I'm going crazy with whipped cream by accident. There's lots of whipped cream there, and then if you don't have maple syrup, again, you can always buy it like the food coloring. Because you can always get, oh, okay, that's a lot. I put a lot of maple syrup.
Okay. You all done? Can I stop it? Are you all done? What do you say?
It's bad.